YouTube and I are going to have a fight today. It's messing up my videos. It's disconnecting me for no freaking reason. Look, we're gonna have some issues, YouTube. Like, getting on my nerves today, Google. There it is. I knew there was something further out to the left here. But how far out from the start did we cruise while I was messing with that other problem? Yeah, nothing here especially worth. On we go.
Navigation for next system. Frame shift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
Nice simple star system.
Locking next star system.
That's bright. 33, huh? That is worth a look. Oh boy. So far, no especially interesting planets. There's a gas giant. This system might be a little more interesting than we thought. Alright, that's got the belt clusters out of the way. Alright. We've got... A5 and A6 need to be mapped. And A4. Probably going to be disappointed with this one, but we can always hope. Just the bacterium. I will not worry about that then. We'll head on to A5. YouTube, are you behaving so far? Good. So this should be our metal world. 6 should be our water world, unless I got that backwards, which is entirely possible. Nope, this is definitely our metal world, guys. Alright, so this one should also be a terraformable. There we go. That should cover this one. And this one's going to be the water world. Yep. Bright blue and beautiful. There she is. All right, good to go there. Next system en route. Next system en route.
Selecting next destination.
Ooh, we got ourselves a neutron star.
Entry guidance computations complete. Charging the FTL drive.
$290 light years, here we come.
Preparing for jump.
young dwarf. Yay.
Leaving system.
Pardon me. A little tired today. Didn't get much sleep last night. Yikes, let's avoid that gravity well. Nothing interesting on that spectrum. Yeah, I am exhausted. Whew.
Adjusting for jump.
Jesus. Ah, another lack of fuel star. That's my fault for not paying enough attention to what I'm doing. Good job, bot. Well, we damaged this time.
Shields offline. Well, that was pointless. Gotta be more careful. Stand by. Jumping to light speed.
I'd love a fuel star. Seems like we're not getting one of those right now, though. Next system en route.
Complying.
Shields online. Interstellar travel mode engaging now. Maximum velocity engaged.
Alright. Yet another. A lone star. Oh, jeez.
Locking next star system.
Command did it just think that was?
Frameship now engaging. Warning.
Yeah, I see the warning. We're getting a little low on fuel. Good, we got a fuel star here.
Jumping to next system.
A very bright fuel star, it would look like.
Warning.
"51 bodies. We're scanning the system. Oh, hey, it's you again. Don't know why you're so bitter about me being an elite partner, and as I explained to you last time you stopped by here, most of my audience is on YouTube, but continue to be mad for whatever reason you're mad at us. Because I talked to some of the other new partners, and I know that you came through their streams complaining as well. Getting some good hits for exobiology in this system. A lot of hits for exobiology in this system, actually. Nothing super fun as far as values, but a lot of stuff here. Rocky. There it is. Alright, we're about done with the secondary. I have a feeling we might be. This is a really big system for this far out. Metal rich body. There you are. And as last time, no response, which means that that guy just came by my chat to be an asshat and then leave. I really should just ban that guy. No real mappable planets so far. One very good exobiology planet, though, it looks like. Something with potentially 8 biosigns on it. This is out of control. Alright, now I gotta figure out exactly what planets we're gonna visit here. 2B, 2F, and 4B look like good ones. Maybe C2. Hey, let's get cruising while I respond to a message here. Figures. So we'll have to see exactly what pops up on this planet. There's possibility for some good profit here. Which is good, because there's no good mappable planets in this freaking system. All right. So let's get down here and have a look.
Welcome to Chlanvar po Gwingith go Gerith Gwindropoch Slansa City o go go go.
Hello there, subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. Welcome. Guys, as a reminder, this is a dual stream. So we are live on Twitch and YouTube, your platform of choice. I don't care which one you want to watch.
Orbital rendezvous procedures initiated. Entry guidance computations complete. Vectors for descent.
So we've got one worth 10.3 down here, one worth 7.7, one worth 4.5, one worth 3.3. Almost a carbon copy of that on another planet nearby. There's absolutely some cash to be made in this system. Power to systems.
Divert power to systems. Done.
Alright, I can already see stuff from up here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if that's rocks or other stuff. So far, just rocks. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, here we go. What do we got? I think we're going to want the SRV here.
One of my kind can send me into a physical human host. I have no evidence to corroborate that, but I hope one day I will be able to prove it myself.
Oh, Eden,
Just
hush.
walk right up to you and just say,
Yep, I'm going to want the SRV. We've got multiple species around here. Alright. Alright, first off. Let's grab this one. Yeah, I see several other things around here. And we've got two things right next to each other here. Or three things, rather. We're going to have to drive a little bit. Fortunately, this is a 150 meters one, so... Alright. That's something different. That looks like tussock. A veritable forest of this shit. Jesus. Hey, Greenie. How are you, sir? Ah, there's some more. We're not going to have any trouble scanning this other one. All right. I guess I'll head back down the hill. You're right. Procrastinate going to the grocery store. I mean, I procrastinated worse, but you do need food, sir. You have food. Oh, okay. Well, then you can procrastinate all you want. Coffee. Now that is a whole other matter, my friend. All right, so that was 51 million credits right there. And now this nonsense. Should not have too much trouble collecting all this. Alright, I'm going to kind of game the system a little bit here, and I'm going to head to the very far edge of this. And I'm going to grab a sample here, and that way as we head back towards the ship, we should get the distance we need to collect our third sample. We're going to have to head up to orbit, I guess, or maybe I didn't say it out loud. I can't tell what I'm thinking and saying out loud anymore, which is bad. We're going to have to head up to orbit to... Oh, no, it ends a little quicker than I thought it did. That's okay, there's another batch of it over here. Head up to orbit to find the other biosigns that I'm picking up on this planet, because I don't see them, and with this much stuff right here, they're probably not spawned. All right. Now up to orbit we go, and we're gonna look for the Concha. So apparently there are in fact 2 of them on this planet. Interesting. And kind of rare. All right. Now the real question, Greenie, is what kind of coffee are you going to get? Fair enough. Never Chevalier. Okay. No wonder I didn't see them. Where are these things at? The hell? I think we might have a bug here. Yeah, I've definitely got a bug here. Alright, well, let's head for 2F then. Charleston? Yeah, I like Charleston. And New England. I'm still trying to work my way through a giant tub of Cafe Bustelo that Meg's bought me. Yikes, that was not really the time to hit that. Good job, bot. Oh, yeah, I absolutely blame the Calvars for that, sir. Alright, let's see if we end up with the same weird bug with this planet. Kicking horse. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen that before. What grocery store? Both Publix and HT. Okay. Okay, so we'll just land anywhere the Frutex. Actually, we'll land where the Conscious seems to be. Because the others seem to be all around it, but that is a very small... Very small set of targets for that. You can get Kicking Horse off Amazon. Ooh, I bet it's cheaper there.
Re-entry procedures initiated. Entry guidance computations
Oh,
complete.
this looks like
Vectors
real
for
shitty
descent.
terrain. Bot not happy.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
Landing gear.
Landing modules deployed.
Well, I use drip. All the fancy stuff in this house is for tea. Because Megan is one of those people who loves tea and loves the smell of coffee but hates the taste of it. We were somewhere on a trip and they got our drinks reversed, and she took a sip of my coffee and I thought she was going to throw up. You're in a rabbit hole. Oh, God, Greeny. And this is going exactly how I thought it would. Dark Rose kick ass, Medium Rose is smart ass. Is the mild called wimpy ass? Or bitch ass? Weirdly, the light roast is called Ola. Okay. Hey, what do we have here? So we found the space cactus. Espresso is called Cliffhanger. Darker is called 454 horsepower. Nice. The description is awesome. Okay. This smooth riding dark horse conjures up power from the depths of the shadows. This is the winner, the champion of taste, the one that goes the extra mile. Hop on, hold on, and head for the hills. Yeah. Somebody at their office has a lot of fun writing their product descriptions, and kudos to that person because it makes me want to drink that coffee. Oh, this is going to suck trying to land this thing here. Not as bad as I thought. Still not great. Where were those damn things? There they are. A half full cup of wake up and wise up. No joke here. This is the bright chocolate concoctions for the smart thinking, deep drinking, good at their game in the morning crowd. I'm not good at anything in the morning. I don't think I can drink that coffee. Only thing I'm good for in the morning is telling people to F off. Is that coffee called Bip Ass would just be a mug of mud? Probably.
Hello. Welcome to Llanfair po Gwyngyth go Gerith Gwyndrapoch Slansa City
I don't think she drinks coffee, man. Morg Smash followed on Twitch just a few seconds ago. Thank you. My alerts are actually functioning properly today. It's an early Christmas miracle. Well, welcome. Alright, so we found one thing I was looking for. Oh, 07. Truth be told, I'm getting a little sick of cruising around these highlands. Because what we're after is not super high value. Like, if I could find the Frutexa that's supposedly out here, is this... I say that, and suddenly... Which one are you? You are the Spiralis. Since we're right on top of it, I'll take it. Enjoying exobiles with your patience. Your patience must be pretty low, because I actually don't have a great amount of patience for difficult terrain. I just, oh, fuck me. This is one of the 800-meter ones. My patience doesn't extend this far. I really am looking for the Frutexa Flamesis, which is going to be freaking hard to spot in this terrain, and I'm wondering if it's worth the creds. This looks like a Osseous. It is. That's our Stratum. That's Stratum Paleus, so that's not worth hardly anything. Oops. I'll grab the Spiralis since we're here at it. That's going to be way too close. So, our next little journey is going to be... That might be about 800 meters out there. That's going to be off to the left when we take off. I have not figured out the different ranges of the types either. If you see that overlay that I've got, that is ED Observatory, and it provides the ranges for you. That's not going to be 800. Let me grab you a link that works, because there's multiple ED Observatory links out there, but there's one that actually should show you everything you need all at once. And I have it in my favorites bar. Where are you? Is it core? There it is. Yep, that's the... Yes. So this is the core. And then this is the plugins page for it, and you want... you want Bio Insights and Evaluator. There is also a Signal Monitor, which will send you a notification when it picks up like listening posts or notable stellar phenomenon. But your ship's nav panel also calls out NSPs, and I don't really care about the other two, so I don't use it. The Evaluator will show you the values of planets and plot you a mapping course in a system if you come across multiple planets that are worth it. So it is also very useful. Oh god, the DW3 Fleet Comm is a nightmare. Oh, that is the wrong button. There it is. I will plug my own Discord. We are generally very, very good about answering elite questions. There's a couple of us in there that have been playing or have played since the game launched, so... And it's a whole lot less of a mess than FleetCom. Alright, this planet has about exhausted my my willingness to fly around looking for shit, so we're going to get moving on to our next objective. Because I would like to actually make it to... Did not mean to pull my gun out. Make it to where I wanted to go today. Alright. Landing gear.
Retracting landing modules.
Full impulse.
Going to maximum.
Clear the area and jump.
Boost activated. Power diverted to engines.
Been playing on since 2015, but long breaks and mostly solo, except for DW2. Yeah, Elite's one of those games. If I wasn't the partner and didn't, do most of my video coverage on it, I would take breaks sometimes too. Because sometimes you just need a break. Oh, and I didn't let that process fully through, so that Spiralis thing is gonna stick until I land again. That's annoying. I have a bad habit of doing that. Nice looking gas giant there. How many jumps out are we from where I wanted to go? 16.
Selecting next destination.
And I do I do solo mostly because of stream, but, let's tell people, we do have a squadron. It's very informal. It just gives you a base of operations you can go to if you want to. Other than that, we don't ask you to do anything, so... If that's ever something you want to look at, commanders, just find me and send me a squadron request, but mostly, just hang out and we, do chill stuff. Alright, this one was 29. Not sure we're gonna get much out of this system. Got two gas gen. That's the angle. There's something else in there. There it is. Chester, where are you going? Oh, world. We are like a weird on-side angle. Squadron where that would, you know, my own squadron that we've had for a long time, the Formidine Bounty Hunters. We don't do much, but we exist. Kind of like our squadron on... Actually, I think I changed the name, didn't I? I changed the name to match our Star Citizen org. Well, did I ever do that? Yes, I did change the name to match our Star Citizen org. We are in fact the Flying Gigamonkeys. I forgot I did that. There you are. Unfortunately, Frontier wouldn't let us do what my second in command did on Star Citizen for the org description. Our Star Citizen org, our entire, like, where it says what we're about, he just pasted the script of a B movie in there. So if you ever want to read something that'll knock your ass out, just go to the Star Citizen forums and read the description of our org. For those of you that are regulars around here, yes, it was Looney that did that. Alright, no bio insights in this system. There's only one planet. There are 2 planets that are possibly worth mapping. And one of them is going to be a complete pain in the ass to do. There's one HMC that is Planet 1. No, these are not worth mapping. When does the expedition end? We're not quite halfway through. We are on waypoint 6. And waypoint 8 is halfway. So we got 10 more to go. Now, given that they're reeling off these waypoints about 7,000 light years at a time, I'm not convinced they're not going to bump back out towards the rim at some point. "14 jumps." I really want to see what they this waypoint that I set today. So I think we might travel for a minute.
Stand by.
Unless we come across another massive system, I'm going to fly. That 51 body system was nuts. So that should be the kind of thing where, like, you could map the whole system and get like a 1 billion credit bonus for doing all the work. But because FDev has decided that planetary exploration Has to suck payout-wise compared to planetary
Course
exobiology.
adjustment.
I'm curious, did any of you guys get caught up in the nonsense this weekend? Because I was not around because I was getting my arm finished up. $55, you complete and utter bastards. Nope, nope, we're gonna keep on moving. I have something I want to see today. It's not like I need the credits.
Preparing for jump. Jumping.
Friday night, and I talked to Odysseus and the cartograph swim load. That's a painful way to find out that something's not working, because cartographics can be slow to load anyways. So you're sitting there, it's like, is it the normal BS or is something actually broken? Tried reloading and got the commander not found errors. Yeah, that was not a good look for them this weekend. If they had communicated a little bit.
Entry guidance computations complete.
I had people messaging me like, do you know what's going on? I'm like, I'm a content partner. They don't tell me shit. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not part of the dev team. I'm just a YouTube guy.
Charging the FTL drive.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love that I'm a partner with FDev, but everybody's like, you guys must know something we don't. It's like, they don't really tell us anything. Like, occasionally we'll get a tidbit, like when we message them, we're like, hey, are we supposed to be able to stick the drives from the Kestrel on other ships? And they're like, no, you're not. Well, that's about it. And then, see the thing too, if you jump into the Rim of Acheron, let's show this to everybody for funsies and illustration. So, if you all the way out to the Rim of Acheron and back, the last waypoint was over here-ish. Like, there's not a lot of stars out here. So if you're exploring, you want to be able to sell your data, because if there's another commander out there, the odds are really good that both of you all have been through some of the same systems, and you want that first discovered bonus. So not being able to sell, problem. Like, if you guys remember earlier in the stream, those of you that were here, there was a planet I landed on that didn't have its first mapped and first discovered on the FSS scanner. But I didn't get a first footfall, which means somebody had been there. There's a commander out there that's got that data and hasn't turned it in yet. Your first Earth, like, ooh. Yeah. Ah, the first is DWs, yeah. Earthlikes are getting rare. That's AB2. I am going to be lazy, but I am going to... I'm not scanning this whole system, but I'm going to go pick up AB2. Water worlds are still worth. And with the scanners I've got on this ship, it'll be quick. Plus, we're now 8 jumps away, so... It's nice to see some stars in front of me again. Okay, should be in range shortly. Is this a water world or a terraformable? It's just a water world. Shame, I'd have liked the double whammy. Seven probes, huh? Alright, 1, 2. Let's see if we need more than that. Cool. Next system en route.
Okay, executing now.
Engage FSD.
Jumping.
Ah, voice attack. So we're headed for the Void Sea right here. To get a look at something I haven't seen in since DW2. You know, one of my common responses to people that say there's nothing out here, so you need to fly further because there is stuff out here, and we're going to see it. The one thing that I may take a detour from distant worlds to go see if we pass close to it is the Void Hearts. Class T, alright. The problem with Void Hearts, let me have a look here. $50,000 light year detour yesterday. Yeah, that tracks. That's the problem with getting the Void Hearts right now. You running a Mandalay, a Caspian, or one of the older ships? What's your jump range?
Navigation for next system. Hyperspace.
okay on fuel for now. 6 jumps. Well, we got a fuel start coming up. We're good.
Leaving system. Interstellar travel mode engaged.
87.76 light year main landing gear serves in the Caspian for the fast travel option. The Caspian's very good for that. I mean, I ran the Caspian to Colonian back in one afternoon very easily. It's impressive for that. Not the easiest thing to land on planets sometimes, though.
Readying for system jump now.
Back to the Norman expanse to grab my carrier in 114 jumps. Just gonna move it a little. See, my carrier is back in the bubble, but I'm kind of remotely moving my carrier around to help out my alt. Because my new character is not got much unlocked, so
Interstellar
the 15-minute spool up for a carrier jump is much preferable to how long it takes a brand new character with no engineers unlocked to travel around between engineers. You forget how spoiled we are with like these jump ranges on our daily drivers in the bubble until you end up back in 12 light year jump range land, and suddenly going from Deciate to where it seems like an all-day project. But my solution has been to just park him on the carrier and move the carrier around.
Readying for system jump now.
Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, God. I think I just had a flashback when you said that. Oh, Roby got flushed. Yeah, actual PTSD. That's how I got into watch a true crime podcast. I needed something to do.
Course adjustment. Interstellar velocity at maximum.
Or grinding Fed rank with data missions. Body A2 has a wide ring. If it wasn't further away, I'd fly over there and look. Hold on a second. A2's... Okay, I thought that was a star for a sec. Destination system coming up.
Preparing for jump.
I just happened to scan the rings on the planet the other day out of curiosity while we were out here, and my God, the hotspots. I mean, there's like 3 void opals, 4 low-tip diamonds, 3 or 4 tritiums, a bunch of other stuff. It was ridiculous. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna scan this system just so I have an accurate scan. We're not gonna get any first discoveries or anything, but just so I don't have to look at unknown. Is one of our NSPs. There we go. Let's go have a look. I'm always leery of using SCO on short distances because I have a bad habit of overflying. But to see what we shall see. Call it the Luba Shame, I call it a gravity assisted deceleration maneuver. Yeah. One of my friends who overflies all the time, she calls it a tactical landing to make sure nobody's following her. Alright, so we've got one NSP there and one NSP here. Let's check this one first. This one's tucked right up against the planet.
Hello. Welcome to Llanfair po Gwyngyth go get it
Has been
Gwynthropoch
subscribed on
Santa
YouTube.
Go.
Thank you. You know, out of just shits and giggles, let's see what this is. I know that it's going to be painful because we can't mine this stuff, but it's always just funny to see what we get here. Not as much as I thought. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yeah. They're just all on the backside of the moon, or the planet here. Alright, so this should be a nice, easy drop. Ooh, look at that. That is stunning. You don't get to see shit this cool in Elite very often. I'm gonna dive a little deeper into this and see what we can get. Also, you don't want to touch these things. Just in case anybody was wondering. Do not want to touch these things. God, that is, oops, damn. Just incredible. Well, if y'all tune in to watch Elite Dangerous Dispatch next week and you go, that thumbnail picture looks familiar, don't be surprised. We are in. This is actually one of the POIs for FleetCom. It is. Did that go through to Twitch? Yes, it did. So I'm ready to go see what the other one looks like. That was cool. No problem, Worksmith. I always happy to throw a cool system to a fellow explorer. All right, let me lock onto the other one before we jump out of here. Oh. Get back in your slots, hard points. Or just more cool. You see me in game, it will be Commander Morgulith. Awesome. Oh, those hotspots overlap. Oh my god, look at that. I need to stop scanning rings while I'm out here. It's giving me mining envy. I'm just thinking about all the credits I could shove into into my fleet carrier with a Type 11 or a laser cutter. Fast there. Let's do a loop. Yeah, just come back with a carrier stuffed to the gills with platinum or something. Alright, we're on the dark side here. This is going to be a little bit different of an experience, but... yeah, you do need the room for tritium. Yep, welcome back. This is not crystals. What do we have here? Night vision.
Complying.
Oh! What? I haven't seen these things in forever! Night vision.
Affirmative, Commander.
I haven't seen these little dudes in ages. What do I think about the hack? I don't have... Did I just get a typo there? Retreats of approach with lights on. Okay. I don't have a massive opinion on it because Frontier hasn't night vision formally acknowledged it yet, which is annoying. I'd almost forgotten about these dudes. I have not seen these things since DW2. I mean, so far from what I've heard, it doesn't seem like any real permanent damage was done. Nothing that can't be rolled back, so... Night vision.
Certainly.
That's cool. That makes me want to look around here a little bit. In the general vicinity of the star system.
Vectors.
Because this kind of thing tends to cluster. So if we found that, ow, there are very good odds that there's more. I should probably tab back in. Let's have a look-see, shall we? No, nothing. Actually, let's... give it a couple more before I set our next course.
Locking next star system. Frame shift now engaged.
Well then. Let's see about this one before. I would like to see some of the other mollusks.
Jumping to next system.
Because there's a lot more than just these. I am also on Twitch, yes. This is only 396 light years? Boom, we'll be there like lickety-split. Cool. One more cool point of interest before we wrap up for the day. I mean, we still got 40 minutes, but... So... prime example of people always say there's nothing but planets and asteroids out there. Well, there's other stuff out there. It's just rare.
Engaging now.
And you have to find it. No wonder it's so short of a jump or trip. We've got a neutron star to help us along. Yep.
Charging the FTL drive.
Give me just a sec to pull out of this neutron star cloud.
Leaving system. Faster than light velocity reached.
This next system's supposed to be more NSPs, so I'm excited about that. I love finding NSPs and like seeing them in game. Boom, and we got 2 to go. I got all turned around there when I opened that other window. It was like, nope, combat mode. Let's top this thing off real quick. And off we go. So guys, the cool thing about NSPs is that they are all over the place. They're really hard to find a lot of times, but there's multiple different types of them. Like we just saw the space squid, but there's also these other mollusks. They're very different looking. Multiple types of crystals, Lagrange cloud storms, which are frankly horrifying. And I mean, at this point, despite all the tools that interface with the databases and things, like, we really don't know what else Frontier's hidden in this game.
Okay, executing now. Adjusting for jump.
Alright. We're here. Let's go ahead and scan the system. I'm gonna go ahead and scan, even though, hey, buddy, be calm, Chester, it's okay. I'm gonna scan the system because I hate flying around in the system where everything says undiscovered. And if you ever thought to ask why I don't have the ship's dog for HSC voice packs, that's why. I have my own. There. Right. Nobody's allowed to walk on his street. What we got here? No exo hits in these last few systems. Of course, all the exo is in space, so I guess it makes sense. This is quite the big planetary system here. There you are. Yeah, all the way down to G. That is a pretty big gas giant system. We've probably got one more that's got the rest of it. Not two more. I see another one off to the side there. Most everything else is right here. And here's the last two.
Hello. Welcome to Llanfair po Gwyngyth Gogerydd Gwyndrapoch Santa Sirio Go Go Go.
Delman572 has followed on Twitch. Thank you. Alright, now. Personal pet peeve of mine, I twitch if I'm going to be in a system for a while and everything
Hello.
says...
Welcome to Llanfair po Gwyngyth Gogerydd Gwyndrapoch Santa Sirio Go Go Go.
Undiscovered. Thank you for the Prime sub. Guys, don't forget, if you have Prime, you have subs on Twitch that you can use to support streamers like moi. Alright, let's go see a couple more NSPs before we wrap up for the day. Oh, before we do that, though, I want to look at something. What? It's you. Alright. Orrery. +7. That's going to be you. Ah, lost it. I much appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's a lot just to be sitting right there like that. Crazy looking. I love the Aura review. And I don't ever see a lot of people using it for some reason. Although that one didn't have any crazy orbits that were off-plane or anything. But you get some of these systems where you have things that are like going at two different 45-degree angles. The Aura review can be really interesting to see how that looks. And also very helpful in helping you like map your exploration route through a system like that. Because that shit can get annoying. Alright guys, we got another NSP here. 2 of them around this planet. And yes, they are generally around rings, if you guys are picking up on that pattern. Alright, there's velocity. Just need distance. Coast on in here. Interesting banding on these rings. Oh, hello. More crystals. Drains heat from nearby objects. Let's give that a shot, shall we? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, just have one of these with your adder. We've got another type over there. That drains heat. Really cool views today. Let's go check out that other one. We've got two more after this. I have a feeling they're probably all crystals, but I don't care. The views and just the running into this kind of stuff again is making me happy. Ah, I knew I was going to do that. Night vision.
Affirmative.
There we go. Now I can see the plane. Night vision.
Right away, Commander.
Pull up a little bit for when we pop in.
Midnight is a fascination. He holds a catalogue of experiences. He knows what it is like to be in physical form. His mind may only be a snapshot of Professor Thomas Black's brilliant mind. Nevertheless, he has a unique and colorful way of painting pictures in my imagination of what it's like to be human. He has memories, you see, and he has shared many of them with me, none of which I believe are programmed in.
Thanks for the daily dose of weirdness, Eden. Is that Eden or was that Callisto? I wasn't looking. Either way, thanks for the daily dose of weirdness. we completely off the planetary rings here? What have we got?
Hello. Welcome to Llanfair po Gwyngyth Gogerydd Gwyndropoch
Okay,
Llantysilio
I subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. Welcome. Alright, let's see what this is. This is off the rings. I have a feeling I know what this is, but I'm not going to say anything. Nope, it's not what I thought it is. It is more, it's just a very long way into the rings. Way out on the edge. I was wondering if it was a Lagrange storm for a second. Drain teeth from nearby objects. Yes. That's pretty much what they all do. Is it for... Hold on. I wonder if this is still bound. Ah. I guess I am messing with something. Yep, that's... How do I unbind that? That hurts my brain. I had forgotten about that. Now, where does it save those? Does anybody remember? Never mind, it just created its own folder. Oh, were those bitmaps? I forgot about that. Very nice. God, Frontier. Bitmaps? Really? I mean, I get it, but still. It's 2025. Is that the only other one? Yeah, it is. All right. Let's go have a look at this one. It's really been a cool day in terms of seeing stuff in the game. It's not been the most profitable day, only 128 million, but I'll take the cool stuff over the credits any day. And this will put us not too far behind the lead ship at our waypoint. The only other thing that I may check out as far as POIs that they have
Hello.
put in this week
Welcome
might
to
be
Hranvar
Nova's
Pogwingith
Wake, which is a
Gogeris
double
Gwyntropoch
helix
Sansa Sirio
nebula. Thank you for the YouTube sub. Other than that, I may kind of jog out and do my own thing. Take some detours and do some mapping and scanning. Because I am on Distant Worlds partially to see some of the cool stuff that they have found and want to show us. But I'm also out here to find my own cool shit. So we're kind of balancing how to do both of those. Because we'll do Elite tomorrow, we'll do Elite on Wednesday, Thursday is Star Wars, Friday is Slight Sim. Next weekend should be Star Citizen? Question mark? Depends. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to stream Resident Evil. That's really up to more of y'all if people will watch it, because I'll play it at some point, just on stream or not, depends on the audience. Okay, we're going to be right in the light side. So my plan, and I'll kind of look at it when we get done, when we wrap up seeing this in SP, because I need to plot it out a little bit, is we're going to look at where we're actually going. I am kind of interested in that double helix nebula, but orbit lines can go off. That's entirely too much nonsense in the background. Oh, check out the location of this moon. It's not right above the rings like I thought it was, but that is a close moon. And that's a big boy gas giant. Hey, Carnath is online. Speaking of, once we get to the halfway point of Distant Worlds, I am going to have a talk with Commander Carnath and a few other people that are part of the Distant Worlds 3 volunteer team about how it's gone, and, you know, just to have a chit-chat with them. So we are on waypoint 6, so it'll be a couple more weeks before we get that set up, but just to give you guys a big heads up, that is something that we've planned. If you missed my interview talking with them and the creator of Meta Elite before the launch of DW3, it's a fantastic group of guys and girls. So just lovely people all around. I figured there would be more crystals, but you know what? I ain't mad at it. There we go. This will be the fourth type of them then. Purpurium. Reported on 3305. Confirmed in 33. Yeah, I confirmed it just now. So that gives you an idea of how long ago somebody was out here. I haven't confirmed these, and I haven't confirmed these, but... Where's the planet from here? That is wild looking right there. All right. So glad that I did decide to do this one. This is very cool. This is stuff I haven't seen in a long time in Elite. I'm going to kick us away from the planet a little bit. People ask all the time why I love exploration. It's to see the pretty stuff. I'm this way in real life, too. I like to drive on back roads instead of highways when I am going places. It drives my girlfriend crazy. But we see way more cool shit that way. Alright, so let's have a look at where we are. So this week's destination is... Ember. 5,000 light years. We're a hop, skip, and a jump away. I definitely want to go there. Nova's Wake is... pretty close to us, really. Why is this a system that I have bookmarked? So there's the nebula. I think this is absolutely worth going to see. So I think our plan would be to go to Nova's Wake. And then I really wish we could route multiple waypoint routes. And then from Nova's Wake, we'll head to... We'll have to... From Nova's Wake, so... Let me just bookmark that one real quick. From Nova's Wake, we want to head on down to the actual rendezvous at some point. It'll be about 4,000 light years at that point. So I'm thinking I may actually come up and down instead of straight through. That seems like probably a pretty good plan. There's one more POI listed. Let's see where it is. I have, looking at the screenshots of it, I really don't feel like going there, but... Well, there's two more listed. That's over there. A ringed Earth-like world with a pair of landable Trojan moons. Meh. And an Earth-like world orbiting at the L4 Trojan point of gas giant body 1. Also, Kename. So I think, yeah, we'll get here, and then we'll pop out this way and head back down. And that'll be the plan for the next 2 days. But we're absolutely going to see this nebula because this looks cool as hell, and I want to see it from a... Like, right there is going to give us a great vantage point, right? So... that will be the plan for tomorrow and Wednesday. Let me go ahead and plot that route so that I don't forget it tomorrow. "22 jumps. That'll be the beginning of the stream tomorrow then, folks. Alright, Commanders, thank you guys for... Why is that always broken? Anyways, thank you for hanging out, Commanders. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for the chats, the subs, the conversation. Great to meet you new Commanders. If you guys haven't popped into our Discord yet, please feel free. Come hang out with us. We're just a bunch of cool gamers of all ages that like to talk and share stupid memes. So, you know. But thank you for hanging out. 07, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.